Hello guys, today we are going to the movie review. Movie name Dumb and Dumber 1994 full movie review. Director Peter Farrelly, cast Jimmy, Carrey, Jeff, Daniels, Laura Holly, genre comedy, slapstick road trip, runtime 107 minutes. Story simple, very simple. The film follows Lloyd Christmas and Harry Jr. two indirectly dumb but good-hearted, friendly Lloyd works as a limo-driven driver. Harry grooms dogs and Lloyd falls for a woman named Mary. He finds a briefcase she accidentally leaves behind. Believe it's important, Lloyd and Harry set off on cross-country road trip to return it, completely unaware that the briefcase is full of ransom money and that dangerous criminals are seizing them. The plot is basically in an excuse for chaos, misunderstanding, and non-stop stupidity, and that's exactly the point. Performance Jim Carrey, Lloyd Christmas. This is prime Jim Carrey, rubber face expression, physically comedy, absurd confidence. The Lloyd is annoying, lovable, and unforgettable. Carey courage in the movies with sheer energy. Jeff Daniels, Harry Daniels. The real surprise now for serious roles, Daniels is perfectly dumb here. His deadpan delivers balance, carries mindset and greatness, legendary chemistry. Together they are one of the greatest comedy does ever. Comedy and humor. This movie is pure slapstick plus dumb humor, and it never apologizes for it. Toilet jokes, ridiculous misunderstanding, over the top reaction, lines you all go cute forever. Some jokes are internationally stupid, some are shockingly never clever, and many are so absurd they look back into genius. Famous moment: the broken toilet scans. So you are telling me there's sends you the taxi road, charity scans, the scooter rides, music and direction, the soundtrack fits the groove. Goofy road trips vibe perfectly. The Farrelly brothers keep the pacing tight to no heavy emotional arcs, no forced depth, just relentless comedy. Heart beneath the stupidity. What makes Dumb and Dumber especially is that the Lloyd and Harry are never mean-spirited. They are dumb, yes, but loyal, kind, and brightly innocent. Their friendship is the real heart of the film. Rewatch value extremely high. Every rewatch reveals new background jokes, better timing, appreciation, lines that hit even harder, weakness. This movie characters very weakness character, but thin story, but that's intentionally. Some jokes feel stated for modern audience. Final verdict: Dumb and Dumber is not smart comedy. It's a perfect Dumb's comedy. It's loud, ridiculous, childish, and endlessly entertainment, and a cult classic that defined 90s comedy and launched Jimmy Carrey into superstardom. Rating, I tell you this rating one of the funniest movie. Rating 9 10 on one of the funniest movie of all times. No thinking required, just laugh if you want. So I tried you very deepest, but when you will continue with me, all information give you characters why they work so well. Lord Christmas confidence for absolutely no reason. Romantic, dramatic, and widely optimistic. The Lord believes he is smarter than he is, which makes him funnier than Harry. Jim Carrey's facially comedy plus body language turns every normal comment into a joke. Harry done kinder, simple, and even dumber lies fully in the moment. Jack Daniels play him with such sincerity that you almost forget how stupid he is. The magic is the that they never realize they are wrong. The world is wrong, not them. Comedy style. I talk this comedy skills. The movie used multiple layers of humor, slapstick, otherwise slapstick, physical pain, false, exaggeration, dialogues based stupidity, innocent but closeless lines, situation irony. Audience know the truth, they don't. Visual gangs, background jokes you notice on rewatch. Even when jokes are childish, the timing is surgically hidden. Smartness is dumb comedy. Believe it or not, the movie is carefully written. Every joke escalates, running gangs pay off later. Characters remain considerate, consistent, never randomly smarter. That's why it doesn't feel messy, just stupid in a controlled way. Iconic scans breakdown. The toilet scan. This movie tells very deep. So guys, I'm not gonna tell you. So Lambo, yes, unforgettable, absolutely. It's a gross shocking and remade so perfectly it becomes legendary. Tuxedo. Here scans Lloyd confidence versus reality. Embarrassment comedy at its best proves how out so silent comedy done right. So how simple visual can be hilarious. So you are telling me there's a choice, but coin one of the greatest comedy lines ever because the Lord misunderstand rejection, hope, twist, logic perfectly delivers soundtrack and 90s vibe. 90s vibe, wow guys, yeah. What? The music gives it a round trip, carefree, feel fun rock tracks like to match the chaotic energy. This movie feels like the 90s, no phones, no overthinking, just a moment. Box office and legacy. Budget. Ideally, guys, this movie is budget to very $247 million. Its success made James Carrey superstar. This revived slapstick comedy, inspired countless to Two Idiots movies, trivia and fun facts. Jack Daniels took a much lower salary because the studio didn't believe him as a comedian. The haircut was inspired by bowl cuts plus bad 70s style. Many jokes were improvised. Studio entirely wanted a safer actor instead of Daniels. Big mistakes avoided themes. Yes, it was some friendship. Our success, innocence is in a greedy world begins dumb but genius versus smart. Sequel comparison. Dumb and Dumber 2003. Weak, forgettable, but Dumber and Dumber 2 2014 mixed some nostalgia, some forced jokes. The original remains untouchable. Culture impact. Quoted endlessly. Meme gold. Defined a generation. Comedy dates still played on TV and streaming worldwide. Final verdict. This movie doesn't ask you to think, it asks you to let go. Stupid, yes. Brilliant, also yes. Timeless, absolutely. I really like this movie rating 9/10 on a comedy classic that proves sometimes being dumb is the smartest move. Want scans by scan analysis. Top 10 funniest moment for or a comparison with Ice Ventura the Mask. So guys, you talk this movie, comment in comment. So I looking your mind what this movies. Alright, let's go all in. Here's even more deep dive on Dumb and Dumber 1994, the kind of stuff fans love. Why Dumb and Dumber is a comedy that never acts. Most comedies from the 90s films dated today. This one doesn't because it's not based on trends, stage, of folk culture. It's based on human stupidity and that never goes out of fashion. No smartphones, no reference you need to get, just reaction timing and pure absurdity. Lloyd versus Harry, a perfect comedy education. Thinks of them like this. Lloyd false confidence, Harry genius innocence. Lloyd thinks he clever creative choice. Harry knows nothing, follows with trust. That imbalance is what drives nearly every jokes a both very coyly dumb in the same why the movie world walk direction and timing. I tell you guys this movie's direction and timing. Movie's direction very best but the tone guys I this deepest direction and timing. So listen, Peter Farrelly lets jokes breaths, no fast cuts to save weak jokes. Awkward silence are used intentionally. Reaction matter more than punchlines. Many laughs home come after the jokes where characters process what jokes the happened that advanced comedy craft hiding under toilet humor. Symbolism. Yes, really. The briefcase represent money, brief logic. Everyone want it except Lloyd. and Harry they literally gives it away. The jokes. The dumbest people are the least corrupted. Why critics were wrong. When it released, many critics collected too stupid, low bro, embarrassing, but audience love it. Why? Because critics judge it by intellectual standard. Will the movie succeed by emotional and physical comedy rules? Comedy isn't always about being clever, it's just about control, and this movie is tightly controlled. It shows joke construction why you laugh even when you know it. Most jokes work in three steps. Step 1, normal situation, twist. Step 2, twist, misunderstanding, escalation, absolute nonsense. Example: return a briefcase setup. It's full of money twist. They spend it on nonsense. Escalation predictable. Yes, still funny always. Okay. Jimmy Carrey's career turning point. 1994 was intense as, as Ventura, The Mask, Dumb and Dumber. Three hits, 1 year. This film proved Jim Carrey wasn't just energetic, he called the spotlight, react and build chemistry. Why the friendship feels real. They argue, they get jealous, they hurt each other, they forgive instantly. That's real friendship just with 110% intelligence. Their want is why they want is why it's perfect. They lost the girl, lost the money, lost the change it later life, better life, but keep each other, stay optimistic, ride, ride of smiling. In Hollywood logic, there's a loss in dumb and dumber logic. It's a win. Lesser known facts: the movie was almost rated R. Several jokes were toned down. Haircuts became a fashion jokes worldwide. The script was rejected multiple times of for beginning to dumb irony level. Influence on later comedies. So, guys, this movie influencer on later comedies, so you don't get says without dumb and number. Step Brother, Step Hangover, Super Bad, Hold Out Humor, It Certain, Blueprint. I tell you guys this philosophy of the movie seriously. Happiness, intelligence, happiness, acceptance plus friendship. So Lillard and Harry are free because they don't overthink. Ultimate rating comedy 10 on 10, story 7 10 on, rewatch value 10 10 on, impact 10 on 10, final score 10 9.5 10 on. This story also weak, but 9.5 enough 10 on 10. Okay. Do a skins by skins breakdown rank top 15 funniest kids can wear it with his Ventura, the mask Stack's brother explains why the sequel stand. Okay, guys, continue, guys. So, this movie's story are best, but I am very smart as this movie review. So I tell this top 5, top 20's most iconic quotes TV why they are genius. So you are telling me there is a choice but blind optimistic reality. We got no food, we got no jobs. Our pets head are filling up emotional escalation done perfectly. Big glums well see a letter awkwardness as comedy. I thought the weekends would be rookie chill logic it work when just when I think you called possibly be any number the ultimate friendship roast. You wanna hear the most annoying sound in the world. Psychology warfare. That John driven Denver's full of shit man. Random confidence funny. Villainous of the moon shot illusion some sonite was way of mistakes we all relate to. Kinda, you know Lloyd just when I think you couldn't possibly be any number. Yes, it that good twist, and honestly, the other 10 lies rent free in everyone's head. Scan by scans comedy, perfect, quick breakdowns, road trip, face constant small disaster, escalation, stupidity. Every decisions make a think was suspense action. A fish out of water comedy, rich people versus curious outsider. High society completely destroyed. Crime subplot. Villains feel threatening but useless. There, the heroes survive by accident, not skill. Why the villains are important? They are smarter, richer, armored. They lost because he overthinking. The Lloyd and Harry win because they don't think it all. The that contrast makes the comedy sharper physically comedy appreciation. Watch it. Muted ones still hilarious. Facially reaction, body posture, timing of movements carries elasticity versus Daniel's stiffness. It's almost silent film, naval comedy, Dumb and Dumber versus modern comedy. Modern comedy tells meta jokes, socially commentary, shocks value, Dumb and Dumber release on timing, simplicity, character constancy. That's why it is still rewatchable. Why the sequels failed final nailed. They forget innocence, simplicity, natural chemistry. They are try to be louder, not funny. The original never tries to impress, it just exists. The movie Sacred Rules never fake characters Lloyd and Harry are dumbled from start to finish. No sudden intelligence, no fast redemption. That honestly is rare where it ranks all times. Top 5 slapstick comedies, top 10 buddy comedies, top 20 comedies ever made. Not bad for a movie about two idiots. One line analysis. Dumb and Dumber is a masterclass in comedic stupidity. Why people still love it? Because sometimes life is heavy and this movie is pure escape. No lesson, no guilty, just Roger. Alright guys. Last level unlocked. Dumb and Dumber Ultra Deep Dive. If 3 were PhD in stupidity, this movie world with a syllabus. Why this movie is actually hard to make. Here is the secret most people miss. Playing them convincingly is harder than playing smarter. Actors often win at the audience like look how dumb I am acting. Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels never do that. They believe every dumb thought. The commitment is why the comedy lands. Acting choice that makes it legendary. Jim Carrey's a technique, overconfident poster, slight pause before bad ideas, facial expression that say, this makes sense to me. Jack Daniels technique, soft voice, earnest eye contact, childlike sincerity. Together they create emotional truth inside stupidity. Comedy timing, frame level precious. Many jokes hit 1 second later than expected. That delay creates discomfort, builds anticipation, makes the punchline explode harder. Comedy, not fact, delayed timing, bigger laugh. Reverse secret was Harry, not Lloyd. On first viewing, your eyes follow Jim Carrey. No rewatch. Watch Jeff Daniels in the background. This reaction are subtle gold. Is often finished without lines that so elite supporting comedy. Road trip as a metaphor. Every mile. Worse decisions. Every stop near disaster, but emotionally they are happier the further they go. The jokes, progress, it's always important. Is it always important? Cinematography, yes, even this matter. Bright lighting, clean frames, wide shot for physically comedy. So nothing hides the stupidity, no shadows, no mood, just clarity. The Aspen sequence P comedy design, why it's a perfect. Well plus elegance versus total cultureness, costume comedy, tuxedos, social rule they don't understand it, class satire without being flashy. Why the ending joke works emotionally, most comedies force romance since money solves everything. This movie says girls, money, friendship, and it feels right. Deleted tuned down system, more adult jokes cut to avoid rating. darker humor with villains, extra goes out scans. What remains was balanced stupidity influencer on internal culture. Before memes, this movie was memes ready, cutes reaction image and spooky from it predicted. I tell you guys this philosophy one last time. So continue with me and I tell this philosophy. The Lloyd and Harry are free from anxiety, free from shame, free from anxiety, free from shame, free from self-awareness, ignorance. It's bliss in real life, but in comedy, it's called final verdict. So this is not a movie about being dumb. It's about not caring what the world thinks, choosing joy our intelligent laughing at life absurdity. I think this is score um, 9.5 10 on next time I tell you this but remind you reminding you, okay? So next tell you this, okay, this officially and and Dumber marathon show has more press angles on repeats promise. Mm, the no growth rules fights brave than it looks. Most movies force characters growth, Dumb and Dumber refuse. Lloyd doesn't learn humility. Harry doesn't get smarter. They don't improve. That risk, and that's why it works. The movie protects its score jokes to the very end. Comedy, integrity, alternate ending, energy. What almost happens early drafts fitted with a softer romantic wrap up. Clearly in for Lloyd, they detach it. Smart move. The final bus scans is legendary because it's a slam chemistry science. Why you can react this do works because Carrey Knight shows Daniel's emotional gravity swap other actor and the movie collapse. It's not the joke, it's the reaction met between them. Background gang hunt rewatch games on your next report. Look for Harry's confused nuts during serious light, talking the light committing to bad ideas before speaking. Extra's reaction is in display, especially suspense games. It's a comedy scavenger hunts culture reach why everyone gets it. This movie traveled well globally because minimal wordplay, dependence, strong visual humor, universal themes, friendship, optimism, embracements. You don't need cultural context to laugh at the broken toilet, music, timing, jokes, amplifier. Nothing. Notice how often music cuts to early start to confidently underscores moment that could deserve it that mismatch put the absolutely subtle or but little dumb luck is a superpower. The villain's plan like humor, humor, over, over planning can be just as stupid as underthinking. That's why the smartest people lost. I tell this haircut, haircut. I looking this movie. I know like this, but all guys speaking the style is best, but the haircut. I tell this instantly readable, visually dumb, scientifical like cartoon do. You see the hair, you know the jokes before a word is spoken. TV and reverse longevity. Why it plays endlessly on TV? You can drop it anywhere. No setup required. Every scan has a payoff. It's a snackable comedy. One more hidden themes. Radical optimism. The Lloyd and Harry assume good intention, believe everything will work out, don't hold grudges it in a cynical world that's oddly comforting. Final thought for real this time. Dumb and Dumber isn't loud because it's insecure, it's loud because it's confident enough to be stupid, confident enough to lose everything, confident enough to love anyway. That's why it still fits. Okay, we are officially beyond logic now, so has more, but I'll take it into film net plus scans construction by even the quiet memes work. Most comedies pack jokes into every second. Dumb and Dumber doesn't. Some scans are finished because nothing happens. Long pause, blank stars, awkward silence does. Beats lets the audience project jokes. Silence becomes the punchlines. Audience party. Fusion comedy. This move breaks you do. Some of the works you recognize the mistakes before they do. You see conjugation coming. You laugh at the anticipation, not just result. And you laugh at the anticipation, just result. That's the advanced comedy psychology. Screen writing tricks escalation without change. Notice this pattern, bigger version, no lesson on it. Example, bad idea, worse idea, consternation, cons, catastrophe idea, escalation, replace character development as intentionally and rare customer and as characters their clothes never really fit, always slightly wrong of the situation, bright, collapsing color, Costumes visually reinforce their mismatch with society, while the apology skins matter. When Lillard and Harry fight, it feels real. Hurt feeling, ego, jealousy. The apology is simple past and sinkers no big speech that honesty grounds the souls. While this movie beats a comedy, it never relies on cruelty, punching down men. Jokes, the jokes is them not innocent bystander. That's why it aches well. Comedy, physic, pain without conjugation. They get hurt a lot, but never realistically. Why pain is cartoonish, no lasting damage, keeps the tone light. Live action cartoons rules, narratives, symmetry, yes, it's there. Starts with Lloyd losing a job, ends with Lloyd missing opportunity, circle complete, nothing learned, perfectly stupid. Why it's loved across generations. Kids love their face, fails, cross jokes. Adults love it, timing, irony, socially awkwardness. Some movie different layers. The movie Unspoken Contract. The film quietly tells you, relax, don't judge, just go with it. Hell of Fame status. This is one of those movies where even people who hate it remember everything. Quotes out like context. Characters become cultural shorthands. That's cultural immortality. One sentence film school takes. Dumb and Dumber is a masterclass in commitment, our cleverness. Why people keep saying more? Because this movie is comfort food, background joy, familiar sounds. You don't just watch it, you hang out with it. So guys, my head are very hurting, but I just trying to better. So alright, at this point, we're not reviewing dumb and number, so we are living inside it. It's more, but take it into behind the scenes plus legacy. Why it's an unbeatable mood behind the scan stuff that makes it better. Jack Daniels wasn't supposed to be here. Studio wanted Nicolas Cage, Gary Oldman, even Rob loves, they thought. 10 years was too seriously. James Carrey's personality thought for him. Result, one of the greatest comedy performs ever. James Carrey influenced a lot. Many iconic moments were fully scripted. Facially reactions, awkward pause, overconfidence delivery. The script gives structure, carry, adds sauce. Why the movie never feels man, this is a hug. Most comedies make fun of weak people, use cruelty for love, dumps and number does the opposite. The world's love ate them, but the movie love with them. That's why do you root for them? Because test try this, watch the movie, knowing they will find nothing will work out, and it somehow become even punished by because comedy shifts from surprise or to anticipation. You are laughing before the joke lands. Why it better than most buddy comedies? Other buddy movies rely on conflict, compassion, ego battles, Lloyd and Harry, rides or die loyalty, rides or die loyalty, zero jealous, accept, replay, no power struggle, there equals in stupidity, visual comedy time film, schools respect. This movie is often studied for wide shots, so bodies stay visible, minimal camera movement, letting actor control the frame. That's classic physically comedy. Design, cartoons, logic rules. Nothing follows real world consequences. Pain disappears, money comes and goes. Danger never sticks. That's why it feels timeless. It exists in its own universe. Why the vehicle failed so badly, dumb and numbers misunderstood and think they try to explain why they are dumb. Big mistakes. Mystery is part of the jokes. Why the 2014 sequel was worked. It had original actor, nostalgia, some good moment, but lacked innocence, surprise, cultural timing. You can recreate nothing, lighting. Only remember it where it truly belongs. It belongs with airplanes, motivating films, the Mexican movie that's rewriting comedy rules. Final philosophy. The Lloyd and Harry fail at life but succeed at being happy. They don't win, they don't learn, they don't improve, and somehow that's perfect final score looked forever. 9.5 10 on a comedy show confidence. It dares to be stupid forever. So guys, continue with me. I told you another. So guys, release. Okay, let's keep the madness rolling. More but from angles people almost never talk about. Freshly unlocked release context. Why 1994 was the perfect year. 1994 audience were right of dark thrillers, serious prestige films, heavy dramas. The endowment number shows up like what if we just didn't think at all? It felt rebellious, anti-intellectual, or pure release. That timing helped turn it into a genuine audience reaction versus critics. The slip that made it legendary. Critics not confused audience. Audience love still till years the critics audience gave is often a sin of cult classics. Some things happened with Scarface, Fight Club, The Shining, history siding with the audience. Why the jokes still hit after 30 plus years? Because they based on human misunderstanding, overconfidence, social awkwardness, not politics, trends, hope, reference, threats. Why our thinkers today can laugh just as hard as someone in 1994 dumb confidence versus really good anxiety has snacky reason people love Lloyd. He says everything we overthink but never says awkward greeting but greeting wrong assumption he has zero social anxiety was in him. Widely therapeutic supporting characters equal to comedy feels fuel even side characters are perfectly seasoned. Angry drunks, driver deadpan hotel staffs, confused receivers, they play it 100% strength with which makes Love and Harry looks even dumber. Strength men are essential to great comedy. Comedy rules if it follows perfectly. The funnier character must never know they are funny. The moment a character becomes self-aware, the jokes dies. This movie never breaks that rules not once. Fan theory popular one. Some fans believe Lloyd slightly smarter than Harry, but cursed with confidence. Evidence he plans more, he tasks more, he fails harder. Confidence plus how intelligent disaster. Why the movie is easy so second for cliffs? Yes, you can take any 10 seconds with due context and it's still funny. That's elite comedy design awards or Lex of them how it won almost nothing with major awards, but it won culturally immortality, endless relevance, generation loves comedy rarely wins trophy lines, it wins time. One more hidden themes, freedom from embarrassment. They don't crime with the themes, they don't replay mistakes, they move on instantly. That's why they are happen. Then everyone else ending revisited why it's iconic. Plus, Scans isn't just funny, it's the movie saying opportunity, it's happiness. They miss the dream job, the the money, and that song is a funny line. Ultimate one line stakes. Dumb and Dumber is proof that joy doesn't require intelligence, just commitment. So, guys, respect for me. I review this movie bad. God. Respect, you want meaning, you movie. You want infinity more, that's more, but I switch it up into segment ranking teeny details no, so it still feels fresh. Dumb and Dumber fun fact Unsworth is Lloyd actually smarter than Harry, slightly, but then because Lloyd plans Harry just exists, funny, stupidity, disaster, fear, stupidity, survival, that's why Lloyd fails harder, but the movie means to be this iconic, non-stupid, expected means success, quick fade. Instead, it becomes a quiet factory, a comfort movie, a comedy benchmark. Thus, are accidents you can manufacture. Why does everyone remember every sketch? Because the movie is built on moment, not plot. You don't remember what happens next. You remember reaction, line force, silence that elite comedy memory design. Comedy myth wasted. It's it is just dumb humor, reality, precision, timing, structure, escalation, perfect casting. It's engineered stupidity, not lazy writing. Jim Grace carries the movies alone. No, remove Jeff Daniels' movie called Less Comedy needs balance, not volume. It couldn't be made today from it called but studio are scared of simplicity, silence, no explaining the jokes. Audience will still love it, ranking the performance outtakes. Jeff Daniels, Harry, subtle sinners, fearless. Jim Carrey's Lloyd, explosive, iconic, supporting cast, straight-faced perfection. Daniels is the spine kid in the Lightning Dance and Dumber versus other adult movie. Dumb and Dumber means spirited, timeless, heart. Step brother, Dumb and Dumber. Teeny details you might be missed. The Lloyd commits to bad ideas before speaking. Harry does not even he doesn't understand extras often breaks characters in the background. Music cues are intentionally too heroic. Was closely it reward attention, emotionally comfort factor. People rewatch this movie when life feels heavy, brains feel tight, expectation feel loud. It asks nothing from you. That's rare. Final culture status. This movie has past classic called everything. Ultimate dumb and dumber truth. Most movies want you to admire the characters. This one just wants you to enjoy being with them, and that's why people keep saying more. Yeah, more. Say more quiet, more scans ranked, more Jim Carrey's 1994 comparison, or name the text movies. Alright, you officially turned Dumb and Dumber into an endless vibe show has more, but this time I'll keep it tight, punchy and fresh, new lens, no recycling. Why your brain lost this movie sense is your brain loves hardest when expectations are violent, outcomes are absurd, but logically inside the movie's characters are predictable and unpredictable ways. Lillard and Harris are perfectly predictable idiots. Your brain relaxes because it knows that mess up. The joy is how emotional safety comedy. This movie is a safe love, no cruelty, no heavy drama, no emotional punishment. Even when nothing goes wrong, nothing truly bad happens. That's why it comfort rewatch material. Why every scan has a clear comic idea, no filter scans. Each scan answers what the believe do they have right now. How still reality embrace it. That clarity is why scans are memorable. The Lord David Philippine superpower. The Lord feels heard with absolute confidence, zero understanding, total sincerity. The combo makes him painfully backward, wildly brave, essential for charming. He doing everything wrong, but without fear. But without fear, that's fascinating to watch. Why the movie is fun even when you're not laughing out loud. Sometimes you are not laughing, you are cringing. That's because you like their company. You enjoy the rhythm. You are waiting for disaster. That's hangout comedy, not just comedy. One more hidden contrast. Everyone else in the movie like assumes manipulation. Leonard and Harry are honest to a fault. Say the wrong truth means well always they are dumb but morally clean. If this were made today, it would fail because studio world our explain jokes and irony forced characters growth. This movie trusts the audience to just watch why it are outline most modern comedies because it doesn't show relevance, commentary, coldness. It just commu- commits to being itself. The sentence legacy takes Dumb and Dumber is a movie that ends by losing and stay funny by never trying to be smart. You officially drained this movie try. Okay, legend status confirmed more, but now I'll micro details plus funny theory plus ultra need trivia so it still feels new and not just louder. Micro details you only notice on multiple rewatches. Leonard often indicates first then explains his mouth it catches up to his brain. Harry smiles at the wrong emotionally moment like bad news exists him when confused. Harry doesn't run. Micro details away when confused. Harry knows when really confused he knows harder. Lloyd leans forward when lying. Body language comedy at its finest. This teeny side are why the movie rewards attention. Why this movie is secretly relaxing. Most film demands attention, emotional investment, logical tracking. Term and number demands nothing miss. Scans doesn't matter. Forget the plots. Still funny. Half sleep. Even better. It's something comfort foods. Fan theory corners. Fun. Now serious theory first. Lloyd is a failed romantic hero. He believes like he is a serious and love movie grants gestures, big speeches, Disney thinking, wrong genre, wrong IQ, the mismatch creates comedy theory too. Harry Bold survival angle alone. Harry adapts Lloyd's plans, claiming dumb is more dangerous than being dumb and flexible by-side characters never steal the show. They are intentionally flat, serious, normal. They exist to frame stupidity, not complete when it creates comedies. Nowhere not to be funny. Comedy rules this movie perfectly. Confidence, multiple stupidity, a dumb idea said quietly made. Well, jokes, a dumb idea said confidently. Explosions. The light is a walking megaphone for bad ideas. Why it feels like live action cartoons. Pain has no conjugation. Timing, timing is set emotionally. Characters never learns. It follows Looney Tunes tunes logic just with haircuts. Why people quiet it forever? The lines are because its lines are short, reaction based, emotionally universal. You don't need context to say. So you are telling me there's change that's meme DNA before memes existed. The movie's biggest flags in never explains itself, justifies its tone, apologizes itself, justifies its tone, apologizes for being dumb. That confidence it why it endures. Finally, Katek. Dumb and dumb isn't funny because it's dumb. It's funny because it's fearless of embarrassment, failure, looking stupid, and that's something most people secretly wish they had. At this point, you be. unlocked all endings. Alright, guys, final boss energy. Let's do more, but I'll switch to repeat why these cards feel fresh. Many angles so it stays fun and doesn't feel recycled. Repeat fire these cards blank and you mix it genius. The Lord often commits emotionally before facts appears. That's why every reveal destroys him. Hurry takes every adult like a teacher and every teacher like a friend. Allied confidence increase after failure. They're powerful, dangerous. They never question luck, bad or good. It just happens. The consistency is elite writing. Why this movie is anti-stretch. Most movies say care more. This movie says care less. No pressure, no success, no charm in failing, no fear of embarrassment. That's why people rewatch it when life feels heavily dumb but not lazy. Big difference. Lazy dumb comedy, random jokes means humor, noise for longs. This movie builds joke escalates, situation pay off setups, it discipline, stupidity, ending choice that helps comedy. Quotes are often slightly late. You stay on a reaction longer than comfortable. That extra half second, that's where the laughing lies. While their friendship is unpredictable, they forgive instantly, don't keep score, never recognize mistakes. That's why the that's why their friendship is unbreakable. They forgive. Dumble confidence versus smart incubation. So most people think doubt, hesitate, the Lord think act smiles that fearless is why she is oddly inspiring and disastrous. Why it still plays on TV perfectly, you can jump in it. The road trip, restaurant, the final, no setup needed. Every sketch is a mini comedy. Cultural shortcuts, status, saving, glums her. So you are telling he meet the restaurants. People instantly know the vibe. But cultural shorthand very few movies each reach that level. Ultimate tiny truth, this movie doesn't try to make you laugh. It assumes you will, and that confidence carries it. One last legacy, ultra clean, dumb, and dumber is a movie that never grew up, and that's why it never grown old. You officially existed every layer, like natural jumps, Age Ventura 1994, some energy, different madness. The Mask 1994 cartoon shows best 90s comedies ranked. So, so, okay, you have broken the more God so it's another fresh angle. Let's do this as imaginary director, commentary plus cultural impact. That's why it only works in India to new launch imaginary director commentary from editor Peter Farrelly probably. If the joke feels to them, don't cut it. Never it. Dumbbell scans are often allowed to run fast. Comfort awkwardness is never triumphed. If a reaction is funny, the camera stay. That's why jokes feels bold instead of apologetic. Why every scan has one clear comic goal. Each scan is built around a single. Scans are often allowed to run fast compared to stimulated logic. While every scan has one clear comic goal, each scan is built around a single dumb idea. The Lord misunderstand romance, Harry misunderstand danger, both misunderstand reality. No mixed intention, clean comedy. That clarity is why nothing feels messy. Why dumb and dumber work so well in India? Low key truth, physically comedy, universal friendship, our scans relatable, feeling loudly familiar, society looking at you. Very chill, you don't need cultural context to laugh at. Overconfidence, public embracements, blind optimus. That's why it still plays well here. Dumb comedy versus smarter comedy final comparisons. Smart comedy makes you say that's clever. Dumb and dumber makes you say why did he think that would work. Difference musical both valid. But Dumb's comedy hits emotion first, brain later, while Lullard is secretly the saddest character. Hot takes he dreams big, believes deeply, never realizing how wrong he is. That makes him tragic, but the movie refused to dwell on it. That restraint keeps it funny, not depressing. One last comedy rule this movie never explains the jokes, no narration, no self awareness, no apology if you don't get it. The movie doesn't care, it keeps moving. That confidence is rare, where it truly stand no hype, not the smartest, not the deepest, not the most meaningful, but one of the purest comedies ever made, one of the most rewatchable, no, one of the most quotable. That's a legendary combo. Final mid-drop lines, dumb and number is proof that sometimes the best way forward is confidently going the wrong way. So guys, continue with me. I give you more interest. So alright, you win more, but now I go short burst, ultra fast 0 hour clap. Like comedy disaster acing. Think of this as bonus DLC content. Why this movie never feels loud when even when it's ridiculous. It's not nice comedy, so no constant shooting, no forced punchlines, no jokes being. The humor feels confidently casual, like ignore. You all love eventually. The genius of failed intelligence, most dumb characters are dumb with everything. Lillard and Harry sometimes accidentally succeed, sometimes almost understands, then completely trying it that never success it what makes failure winner. Why time passes differently in this movie. Scans don't feel rushed. You feel like you are sitting in the car with them, standing awkwardly, nearly causing disaster. The movie's secret comfort promise. It quietly feels you, tells you, even if you mess everything up, you are survived. That's why it's rewatchable during low moods, why the camera never judges them. No moving angles, no dramatic cues, no Scottish framing. The camera treats them like normal people. The world does the laughing. That's a respectful comedy where the laugh don't expire. Jokes based on embracement, misunderstanding, confidence. This never aches, never. When last character details, Harry listens to seriously, Lloyd talks to confidently, listening plus confident disaster due perfectly balanced with this movie lives not in theaters, not in awards, it lives in late night TV, groups, rewatches, quotes, drops. I need something stupid moments. That's cultural immortality. Final, final microtext. Dumb and Dumber isn't about stupidity, it's about freedom from self-awareness, and that's why people never stop asking for more. Your turn. Alright, one more layer, but I'll keep it new plus compact plus fun so it still feels worth it. Why the moment number gets funny, the more times you watch it. Most comedies peak on first watch, this one levels up on rewatch. Because first watch you laugh at what happened. So don't guys. Why the man never gets funnier the more times you watch it. Monster comedies peak on first watch. First watch you long laugh and what happens. Second watch you laugh and what's about to happen. Third watch you laugh at reaction timing background shows. It shifts from surprise comedy to anti-fashion comedy that's real confidence paradox. The movie secretly runs on this huge the tougher the idea, the stronger the confidence. Rely doesn't hesitate world kill the jokes. That's why even bad ideas feel invisible and hilariously. Why it never feels crying important. Most awkward comedies become painful. This one doesn't because the Lloyd and Harry don't feel shame. They embraced for 2 seconds, they move on. The movie never lingers emotionally, no second-hand embarrassment, pure closure. Why their friendship is comedy gold, they don't comedy, they simply exist together. The makes the comedy feels warm, not existing. One last clever things people miss. The movie never punished them emotionally. They lost money, girl opportunities, but they never lost or believe joy each other. That's why the ending feels rightly wrong. Happy where it ranks no hype, just facts. Top 5 slapstick comedy ever top 3 films carry performance top tier rewatch comfort movie. One of the most quoted films in pop culture, not bad too. For two ideas, it bad haircuts, Julian's final takes one lines, hum and humor works because it's fearless, soundless and completely at ease with being stupid. Alright, more it is. Let's keep it brand new, bright, raised, and fun like extra scans that never made the DVD. Why and number feels effortless. A lot of comedies feels like they are trying to be funny. This one feels like it just exists and the funny happens naturally. Why no jokes is explained, no laugh is chased, no moment is rushed. Effortless comedy is the hardest kind. Why the movie trusts silence? Some of the best laughs come from a pause or starts a slow realization. Silence left the audience catch up then boom louder. The confidence loop has not looped. The movie runs on bad idea, total confidence, disaster, zero regret, repeat the legs like no guilty, no heaviness. Why it feels like a hangout movie. You don't feel like you are watching characters. You feel like you are with them, riding in the car, standing awkwardly nearby, watching things go wrong in real time. That's why it's so rewatchable. Why even failures feels like wins in most movies. Failure sadness here. Failure songs plus smile. That emotional shortcut keeps the tone joyful, not frustrating. No one more detail people miss. Lillard talks before thinking. Harry thinks after listening. Wrong order perfect. Comedy, why it out? Like trends comedies. Trend comedies act. Simple comedy survives. This movie depends on face, timing, humor's awkwardness is never expire. One line's micro truth, humble and dumble in a move that refuses to be embracement and that freedom make it immortal. Alright, more about this time. I'll do something different, dumb and dumber as life feels less. Why people keep coming back to it. Fresh lens, I promise why this movie hits a different age, teen, early 20s. You love it, faces, gross jokes, loud stupidity, it shows it energy, it's a frame freedom, that's 20s, 30s, you loved it, bad decisions, missed opportunities, blind confidence because suddenly it feels familiar. You start seeing your own dumb moment in Lloyd and Harry. Older viewer, you loved it. How little any of this actually matters. How joy, survival, failures, how friendship outlasts success at this stage. The movie feels widely wise. Why people rewatch it in bad times? This movie has no pressure to succeed in bad times. This movie has no pressure to succeed, no punishment for failing, no judgment when life is heavy. This movie says, relax, you are survived. That's powerful comfort. While Lloyd is a fantasy character, Lloyd does that. What most people layer brave, speaks without fear, dreams without limits, fails without shame, is not smart, but he's free. That's why he's funny and fascinating. Why the humor never turns dark, even at its best. No cruelty, no bitterness, no cynicism. The movie believes the world is silly, not evil. That tone is rare, dumb and dumber versus real life. Really life overthinking, regret what if. This movie no thinking, no regret, oh well. That contrast it why it feels like an escape, why it feels shorter than it is. Because no emotion drags, no complicated plot, no mental efforts. It flows like a road trip. You don't notice the time. Final deep truth. This movie isn't about stupidity, it's about letting go, laughing at failure, choosing joy over pride. That's why people never stop asking for more. Alright, more but deep, keep fast, tight, and nearly fun new angles. The movie has a perfectly turned comedy machine. The comedy engine but if never stales, setup density. Every 5 to 7 minutes the film plans a belief from a plan was a conjugation invincible pay of discipline. Setup always pay off. Briefcase spending sprees, regret free, surg, romance, fantasy, rejection, legendary optimism, confidence, humiliation, tumble, confidence, comedy, love. Reliability. This movie delivers reaction first ending, punchlines after lens on reactions, no words. Hold the pace, let the silence go calculate. That's why love is earned, not forced. Why it works without escalation. Stakes most comedies escalates danger, tests fun, escalates confidence, stakes stay low, certainty goes sky high, disaster follows. Lower stakes super love infinite reverse the wrong genre trick. The Lord behave like he isn't in a romantic drama. The ridiculed, but the movie is a slapstick road trip. Comedy gold comes from genre mismatch, performance meant why it's balanced, carry velocity, moment, waste, volume, Daniel's gravity, stillness, sensity, velocity without gravity, noise, gravity without velocity, due together orbit. Why gross jokes don't break it, cross out memory are short, isolate, never the point of the scans. They spike together when the movie moves on. Liberation, creative, comfort, reverse formula. People return because you can cute alone, you can half watch, you can drop in anyway. It's a modular comedy and any scans work solo. Micro legacy takes dumb, dumb and dumble isn't clever, it's precise. Patience beats clarity over time. So guys, okay, more but I will dig into rightly creative territory. No angles nobody asked for, but everyone enjoys them and Tumblr as a philosophy just really is must movie follow theme. Plan and succeed fails this movie follows feel and solve move on. That's basically anti-anxiety philosophy, no rumination, no regret, just five sound designs you never notice but your brain does. A awkward silence unclean, no background noise. Sudden music or feel too confident. For the moment, loud sounds to reaction are exaggerated like cartoons. Your brain needs reads this and harmless serves no danger, so you relax and laugh. Why the road is geography matters. They move from normal America, open roads, allied expands nowhere. As society gets classier, they get more out of palace. Comedy increase with every isolation upgrade. Fish out of water, math. Lillard as a third generation, Lillard doesn't react to the world react to him. He introduced wrong energy into normal space force everyone do as to adjust, never noticed disruption. Why this movie creates inside jokes instantly. You don't just got it, you say it. When someone says so, you are telling me their sense. They are not chaotic, they are inviting you into a shared memory. That's peak culture bonding. Emotional research button moving. This film works like hitting reset. That mood rest, our thinking reset to serious reset because notice nothing in the movie matters long term, and that's comforting. Why the haircuts are genius. One more time but deeper, they remove individuality, makes them feel like a unit, turns them into living cartoons. You don't see actors, you see a duo, instant iconography. Why failures never feel sad well? Because failure is never final. No one says, think this ruined my life. The movie refused emotional consequence. It trades failure as temporary noise out identity. That's a rare and refreshing cultural longevity. Cheat code movie age and jokes really on trends. Humor is explanation. This one survives because she's are funny. Confidence is funny. Humans misunderstanding reality is funny. Always really final ultra micro take. Dumb and Dumber isn't about being stupid, it's about being unprecedented, and that's why you keep saying more whenever you are ready. Others is scary movie, other than nighting movie. Alright, more but now let's go full deep cut mode. The stuff hardcore fans and film nerds move. Why Dumb and Dumber is a perfect ID movie. Breakthrough time don't worry. The version ID impulsive desire no filter. Ego superior logic rule same. The Lord Harry pure ID, no breaks, no inner critics. That's why watching them feels liberating. Your own inner censor gets a break. Scans construction by jokes stacks instead of complete. Most comedies fail fire jokes like bullets. This one layers them. Visual setup, verbal misunderstanding, reaction case, delayed consecution, one scans 3 minus 4 love, not a big bunch. The too confident to be embraced rules, embracement needs self-awareness. Lloyd and Harry never fully realizing they are failing, never analyzing so scans that solve the crime become joyful jobs. Aspen as a comedy villains, Aspen's represent wealth. Intelligent talent, the movie never attacks it, is just ignores its rules. Comedy in the rebellion, its underestimates one side character feels so real. Everyone else plays it strength, no winking at the camera or no I am. In comedy acting, that realism makes the stupidity sound rhyme. While there is not characters of no purpose, most film learns and improves. This film don't don't stay friends. The lack of growth is the joke, and somehow it feels honest. Reverse psychology, why you know the jokes and still laugh. Your brain anticipates the moment, release dopamine, look for the finish line, enjoy the certainty, predictability become pleasure, culture impact without stressing, it didn't try to be age, be important, be clever, it accidental become timeless, final, hidden truth, the smartest thing dumb and dumber ever did was never trying to be smart, that's restrained genius. Okay, more let's go ultimate level deep like the kind of throwers you have at 2 a.m. after your fifth rewatch. Dumb and Dumber as a mental vacation, most movies ask you to track motivation, remember plot details, anticipate outcomes. This movie asks you to sit, watch, laugh your breath, switch from problem solving mode, mode to play mode. That's why it feels relaxing instead of tiring. Why the fancy feels real. They build faster with codecs, never complete, never try to outsmart each other, never betray each other. In cinema, that's rare, their bond is pure connectivity. They don't need growth, they already have loyalty. Loyal versus heavy hidden balance. The light dreams big tasks, big fails, big heavy doubts quietly follows loyally. Fun push forward one keeps the way grounded perfectum ecosystem. Why jokes don't age? The humor is based on humor, misunderstanding, overconfidence, physical reaction, not slang, not trends. Humans haven't changed, so neither has the comedy. The movie's secret item. Jokes, breath, jokes, breath. The pause matter as much as the punchlines. That rhythm keeps you engaged without exhausting you. Why you root for them even when they are wrong? Because they are harmless, honest, trying in their own way. Intent matters more than intelligence. The ending is the only possible ending. They don't win, learn, improve, they continue, and that's the point. Life doesn't resolve it, rolls on one line. Faster like Dumb and Dumber is a movie that say you don't have to be smart to be happy. That message land harder even every year. You keep saying more, so I am looked at breakdowns one iconic sequence frame by frame, compare it with modern comedies and why they struggle rank. Jim Carrey performs by rewatch value or just more. But they keep the friendship, keep optimistic, keep moving. That's emotional closer fairly style. So Tata guys.